Deadline. It's minutes to the deadline, okay? I'm painting a picture for you. It's incredible. It's minutes to the deadline. And then all of a sudden you see, you're the Arsenal head physio, whatever. You see somebody coming in, we're signing him, we're getting it done. If it's that close to the deadline, does that player still have to do a medical?
Right. So before I answer that, let me change your perception of what a medical is. And it's the biggest thing that frustrates me to a degree because it doesn't get reported this way. A medical is not to decide is someone fit to sign or not. A medical is a risk assessment.
For the money that they're about to spend. Yeah, okay.
Right. So, you're a player, we're going to give you a 4-year contract and you deserve £250,000 a week because you're such a good player.
I think I deserve that as well.
Where's the contract?
Yeah.
So, when we do a medical on you, we need to be thorough because that is a massive
mistake, I'd say. Massive mistake.
On the alternative, now you're Ben Foster, you're 28 again, you're on a free transfer, and we're going to take on a 1-year contract. The risk on that medical goes,
right down.
So, don't always do a medical on transfer deadline day, but what you do is due diligence. So, the day before, we used to sit down with the club and say, right, who is on our radar?
Okay, that's the bit.
We would then do our due diligence. Yeah. How many games have you played in the last 3 years? What injuries have you had? And this is stuff you can get on social media,
anything, websites, anything.
So when it comes to it, now, when's the last time you had so we're signing you, it's 11 o'clock and we've got Richard by 12 o'clock. When's the last time you had a cardiac screen? I did one last year at Watford. So you had one, it was all clear. Yes. You can contact, you know people in the game, you can find these things out. How many games you've played in the last 3 years, what significant injuries you've had in the last 3 years. And what tends to happen, some clubs use a red, green, amber system. We use a 5-point grade system. Now, a grade 5 is a very, very high risk. A grade 1 is a very low risk. Right? And then we'd give that back to the club. It's not a yes or no.
You're just giving them everything you've got.
So I'll give a story, and I won't name the player, but I'll give you a story. We signed a player for, I think it was about £5 million, a well-known international player. He had a cruciate injury 18 months before we signed him. And we did a full medical on him, and we saw a new orthopedic surgeon, and the surgeon said, look, he's got early signs of degeneration of the knee that he's had surgery on. You will get 3 or 4 years out of him at this level, then that knee will start to degenerate. Yeah. And at the time, the money we were going to spend on him was quite a bit. So I went back to the board and we graded the risk, spoke to the manager, and he said, going to sign him. That's great information to have. I will use that in the future. I thought nothing of it. 2.5 years later, we won a few trophies and he was a big part of that. We then sold him to another European club for 25 million.